the Communist Party came to power on the mandate that we're going to create a sense of equality and we're going to try to bring everyone up together. To a great extent, the Western world doesn't really understand the China model, but that is the mandate that's being carried through to today. And that still captures the hopes and aspirations of Chinese people. That's why the Communist Party is extremely strong in its political position today, despite all of the predictions by Western think tanks and ivory tower academics and people who've never had to deal with the reality of the street. We have to understand in the 100-year context why the Communist Party is able to not only maintain its momentum, but in many ways today to even have a greater momentum than ever before. There's a lot of debate in China. There's a lot of debate within the Communist Party about what kind of policies to adopt, how to solve problems. But those debates occur within a process of consensus building. That process is one of a constant internal lobbying, many meetings. There are different views, there are different divergent views, and what happens is over time there's a filtering process to find the commonalities that work. And I think this is a process which is very dynamic in the party, and this is very different from what you see in a Western context. It's not about personality attacks. It's about solving problems. Once that consensus is there and everyone's saying, look, we've got to do this thing, then it comes down through that vertical system and horizontally at every single level, which allows for very rapid implementation of policy decisions. We have to understand that the party, by its nature, is constantly observing conditions and people response. And if, in fact, a policy is not working, they will rethink it, adjust that policy, and respond with a new one pretty quickly. It is key to the success of the party as a governing structure to respond to the dynamism of change. Suddenly they have a new problem. It's called pollution. There's been already the policy adaptations have been put into place, and you can see, like today, you have blue skies now most of the time. Almost everybody in the Communist Party hierarchy who's reached the central government has gone through a labyrinth of experiences. They have been at the local level, they've been in agricultural bureaus, they have been at the village level, they've been at the city level, they've been at the district level, they have had to work inside corporations, they have gone over in the financial sector. So they have had to deal with all aspects of the economy. It's a huge collection of hands-on experience, not just theory. And I think one of the key things about the Chinese leadership is they have no intention to say, my model is the only model. And I think that's something that is very different from the Western, where they say, oh, only one model works is my model. Take the planet. How do we not destroy the planet with populations which are going to be growing everywhere? Food supply, water supply. These are the crises of the future that China, the Communist Party of China, and frankly the rest of the world is going to have to face together. At the vision of the party today, that we have to actually do it together. We hear the shared common destiny of mankind. It's not about me being first. It's about how do we on this tiny little planet cope with these challenges and problems together. Certainly from what I can see here, the party is ready to work with other parties and other governments across the world in trying to seek solutions for us all.